Morning. I did get everything coated last night, and they look even more properly welded once they're painted. So subframey deals that the sway bar goes through, the steering knuckles, the caliper brackets, everything that needed to be painted is done. I tidied up the fender wells a little bit as well. Also got the tie rods off. They were a good time. Wound up having to weld us a bolt on there to be able to impact them off. But, you know, I'm a welder. Yeah, it's time to put some shit together. Starting with the sway bar. This Whiteline bar is a 27 millimeter. The stock one doesn't seem much thinner, about 25.
This feels really low tech. Yeah, because we're measuring reality.
It's not much thicker, and you can't tell that much of a difference bouncing on them like you could with the rear, how the rear was this thick. But I think it giving us adjustability makes it very worth the swap. It also utilizes a very different style of end link. It's gonna use these swingy links like this, as opposed to the stock ones just being holes that were bolted with these assemblies here. I don't think you can really tell much of a difference bouncing on them. See how much you can bounce both of them. Does that move at all?
No.
That one doesn't really move either. Right. So for just being the difference between 27 and 25 millimeter, it doesn't change much as they are, but being adjustable should make the swap worth it. So let's get them rigged up and bolted in. New sway bar is in, starting to look pretty fresh under here. Let's get some more shiny new stuff in. All the bits and bobs are attached, and it's time for the coilovers to go in. I didn't make any adjustments to these. They're sitting exactly as they came out of the box, and we're gonna see what ride height that puts us at. Overall goal for the car is to sit at approximately the stock ride height, because, you know, as dope as it is to be a little lower, we also, you know, this is the rally car. Stock ride height is best. We're gonna get as close to that as we can. If it's a little lower, a little higher, I'm good with it. Looking over the directions, it does say that it's required to be installed by a professional. And I know you guys only think of me as a race car driver, welder, engineer, self-proclaimed astronaut. But above all else, I'm a professional. We're gonna slap them on just as they came out of the box and hope for the best. Probably gonna be making some adjustments because the rear did wind up a little bit lower than stock. So let's see where the front winds up. What are you doing, nerd? What's that baby doing?
You don't know.
If you haven't been following my other build series, he's 7.5 months old now. Kind of a big ass baby. He's not very useful unless you need a whole jar of peanut butter eaten. That's what he's good for. Close that door. It's cold out here. Why are they so fucking cute? All right, everything is in. I still need to torque top bolts. Man, look at that. Camber adjustment. Clicky clickies. It's nice. I mean, it's obviously not on par with the Miata suspension that's 3 times as expensive, but pretty fucking good. I'm happy with these. Well, I have been in the past. We'll see how they ride on here. We've got everything bolted up. We cross-threaded a very minimal amount of stuff. And based on where the hub is sitting, pretty square in the middle of the wheel well, I have pretty low expectations for the ride height. Gonna get the brakes bolted up and do a good once over on everything that we've touched in the last couple of days. We get the brakes slapped on and get it buttoned up. We're almost fucking there. I finally hired some good help around here, and we got it knocked out. Everything's buttoned up. Everything is torqued down. A lot of new shiny bits under there. it's time to put the wheels on and see how it sits, and as long as nothing catastrophically happens setting it down, we're gonna go around the block and see what this thing do. I really hope you're as excited as I am. I got on my Supra shirt and everything. Let's bolt them up. Oh, so if you're not familiar, these are a 15x7 Koenig Rewind. Pretty similar specs to the stock wheels. We did go a little beefier on tires though. We're running a 195/65. It's a little bit taller, actually a little bit narrower than the stock tire. Just makes it a little more fun and skirpy out here on the icy shit. And there's some argument as to whether narrow tires are better in snow and ice anyway, so it was a convenient size to mount on these wheels. But obviously we haven't tried them out yet. It's already got less wheel gap than it did before, so it's gonna be a little low. Ah! Is this how rally cars sit? It is much lower than we were shooting for. Yeah, there's gonna be some adjustments. I don't know that I should even take it around the block. The fender liner is 1/2 inch from the fucking tire. It do look good though. Well, we know we need to adjust it, but we can't not go take it around the block like this. Let's go see what it do. You gotta give her a second. Headlights work. E-brake works because we did a really good job on the brakes in the rear. Reverse works because we put the transmission back together properly. Man, I have fucked with a lot of shit on this car. Like almost to the point that it makes me worry about it being structurally stable. See if I can get around the Miata. I don't hear anything rubbing or grinding so far. Ooh. Hey, we have a tire rubbing. All right, let's turn around in this driveway so that we don't have to make any more right turns, because that just made that very angry. Yeah, let's get back to the driveway. This is not drivable at this height. So we gotta make the right turn into the driveway. Oof. We've got some adjustments to make. Let's see what happened over here. Oh man. The fender liner is sitting on the tire. That right there is that noise we were hearing. Oh, and it was rubbing up here too. That was the squeaky rub that we were hearing. So I guess it settled a little bit as soon as we got out of the driveway and started moving. The suspension settled, and yeah, it's way too fucking low. But I refuse to end this video without this being a functional driver. And as much as I want to go to bed because it's been a long fucking day, we're gonna adjust it. In order to get it aligned tomorrow, it has to be completely adjusted to the ride heights that we want. The rear, I'm thinking we go up like 1/2 inch, maybe 1 inch. The front, in order to have any wheel travel without damaging things, I guess we need to go up like 2.5 inches. That's what I'm gonna start with. 2.5 front and 1 inch in the rear. Let's try that. Now that's a little bit more logical. As you can see, we actually have some fender gap now. And it kind of leveled out with the rear. I actually only did 2 inches in the front and I didn't touch the rear. It's hard to tell, especially with that wheel still being cattywampus, but I think we've gotten pretty close to stock ride height. It's certainly not sitting on the fender liner anymore. Oh no, I left my light in there. Man, I gotta reach up in there and get that. Oh, this little magnet light's dope. Thanks, Milwaukee. All right, round 2. Let's go see what we got. seems better so far. It handles really funny on this ice with that one tire having a whole lot of camber, so it still feels really weird and it's hard to tell if something is wrong. But it actually feels solid. Brakes work. Gas works. Yeah, I'm gonna chalk it up to a success. Hell yeah. Fucking Supra. So I really hope you guys are enjoying this build series. A lot of people have questions about this coilover install. So if you learned anything, if you found this entertaining or useful in any way, or if you just, you know, if you just can't get enough of this level of content for some fucking reason, feel free to subscribe. Really helps support the channel and helps keep us going on stuff like this, because it is demotivational as hell sometimes. I wouldn't be able to do it without you guys' moral support. Leave me a comment, let me know what you think about the progress on the car, and I really hope you stick around to see what we got going on next episode, because next episode's gonna be a good one. We appreciate you stopping by, we love you, and we'll see you next time.
We out here doing hella gang shit.